That was like a whistle. Yeah.
Can you believe it? This is in U.S. If you're here in the U.S., this is Thanksgiving week, which will happen on Thursday. So I wish all my friends here in the U.S. Happy Thanksgiving, and I hope you all get to enjoy a day with family and people that you care about. Although he's hidden, he's here. I've got him behind me, so he's behaving. Yeah, I decided to put him up here real close. Let me get this fixed here. Oh, it looks like we got somebody here already. All right, so hello, Margaret. I can see you. How are you? I hope you are well. Hi, Jessica and Cindy Pinkham. How are you today? I hope you're well. I don't know what the weather's like over by you guys. Today it's very, very dreary. We're sitting at 38 degrees and it's just overcast, very dark. Yesterday it rained all day. So that was fun, but that's okay. I don't go out much. If my voice seems really rough today, it is. Excuse me, I'd probably be drinking quite a bit of water. Friday I had a really super bad choking incident. Because I have some stuff that's in my scar tissue in my throat, and I got that checked out last year. But every now and then it acts up, and so my voice is a little rough. I haven't been talking to a lot of people past couple days, so just trying to take care of me. So forgive me if my sound a little rough. All right, Miss Jessica. By the way, while I have you on here, Jess, please give me any day but a Wednesday and a Tuesday in the upcoming weeks for that thing we were talking about. Just make sure that you give me a date to pick from, and then what time, anything from like 11:30 on will work. So yeah, we got the surprises. We're going to have some conversations with Jess. Hi, Prash. Oh, yeah, you know, stuff happens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I'll tell you one thing, Prash. I fought it 3.5 hours before I could breathe normal again. I did not want to go back to the ER. Was not interested in heading back downstate to another hospital. So I just made it work. It took me 3.5 hours, but I got it to work. All right, Jess. Your card is the dream catcher. This was a dream catcher that I actually made. It had jade turtles on it, beads strung on it. It was really kind of cool. But that's your card, the dream catcher. Okay, so what I'm hearing for you today is absolutely everything that you want to accomplish. You just have to set it in an order that will make sense for you. You have everything you need to follow through with it. So really, the only thing that'll limit you is yourself. The dream catchers come in for two reasons. When they come in to keep the negatives out, the webbing, you know, symbolizing keeping negatives away from you and allowing only the positives to come in. But it also represents your dreams, right? Our dreams, our lifehood dreams, you know, what we want to do, what we don't want to do, what direction we want to take. And you have to understand that you're the master of how to weave it. So you can weave it in whatever direction you want, and you can make it as strong as you want, to keep things away or kind of set up a boundary with it of energy. And it's really important because this is like your moment is what they're saying. This is your moment. You need to take advantage of that and really weave it strongly and commit to it, basically is what they're saying by, you know, weaving it. Commit to it. And once you commit to it, don't falter. Don't think, oh, well, maybe it won't work, or geez, it's taken a long time, or holy cow, what do I do now? You've got everything you need to move forward in a way that will be positive for you, and also in a way that will be able to help you manifest everything that you've been wanting to happen. It's almost like the second part to your book, the second part to your new chapter, right? New book, actually, in a series, right? So you've had everything from before put back there, and now you're like got open. But I do feel, and I don't use this word, but what they're saying is trepidation, which is you're a little wary about some certain things. And they're saying don't be, because you're gifted, you're being guided, you're being protected, and all you need to do is ask, and they'll kind of help you and push you more in that direction. Okay, so that's your card today, Jess, and it is the Dream Catcher. Holy crow, you can really tell my hair is so curly. You might not know this. My daughter has this curly hair. I don't know where she got it from, but mine's natural curly, and I just kind of laugh because it always looks crazy, but it won't comb down, and it just has to look crazy like me, I guess. Oh, it's so funny. Anyway, okay, here you go. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm glad. Well, you know, I don't celebrate Thanksgiving. Haven't really celebrated it since 2008 when my mom passed. Actually, that was the last Thanksgiving because she went in the hospital the day after. And I'm just not a big Thanksgiving person, and that's okay. But I honor everybody else that celebrates it, and I am thankful for the many blessings that I have in my life. Just not in the way that I have to celebrate it on Thursday. All righty, let's see what I can get for you, Joyce. You're welcome, Jess. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Well, there you go. You can't make it up. I swear you can't make it up. I just shuffled those 72 cards, and the 7th card to come out is yay for you, Joyce. It's the same card that Jess had. Okay, but it means something different for you, okay? All right, so one of the things, it's oh, somebody's here. Okay, there, thank you. Okay, so some of the things, like I said, you can see the jade, let me put my finger, the jade beads that I wrapped around it were turtles. And part of this for you is about grounding. Yeah, I'd love to give you one, Cindy. It's about grounding and being in the moment. So you heard what I told Jess about the dream catcher, what it represents. But this is kind of similar to what you need. There's new ways you're going to do things. There's new possibilities that are opening for you. And you've got the webbing of the dream catcher behind you to kind of motivate you, to push you in new directions, to do new things. And they're saying, like, she has more confidence now. Excuse me. She has more confidence now than she ever has, but there's still more that you need to be able to do. Hi, Pamela. How are you? And because there's more opportunity for you, you have to be brave and step into those. It's like it's been long overdue. So they're kind of handing you stuff that's coming in for you to try. new ways of doing things. Excuse me, new people. I'm sorry, hang on. New people that'll be around supporting you as well. So it's kind of one of those things that you have all the things you need. You have all your tools, metaphorically, to move forward with stuff and bigger stuff. And I keep seeing these new great opportunities coming in, things that you wouldn't have expected maybe even a year ago, maybe even a couple weeks ago, but they're there for you, pushing you. So just move forward with it, Joyce. They have they also have, okay, now this is really unique. I wish I had a couple hoops, but they have a hoop within a hoop, okay? And those dream catchers are kind of difficult to make. So they have, okay, you have a hoop, and then before you put the webbing on it, you form another hoop, and then so you have one going this way, one going this way. So if you look down, it's a cross or like a medicine wheel, right? And then the way you weave them from the outside to the center, and then you connect them all. So it's kind of like when you turn it, it's like 4 in 1, okay? And this is talking about not only the new opportunities that are coming in for you, but things are becoming multifaceted for you. There's different areas, like it breaks it down, kind of like the medicine wheel does as well. And they want you to revel in the things that you have not only been blessed with, but the things and the opportunities that are coming into. And I still keep hearing these are things that you're going to like, wow, where did that come from? Wow, this is cool. So it's like stuff that you may have been waiting for. I also have an older man stepping in, an older gentleman. I want to say late 60s to early 70s-ish. And he's standing there with a big grin on his face, and he's twirling these dream catchers for you. Like he's got the top, and he's just turning them, so they're turning. So you need to look at all areas of yourself for balance. And know that everybody's there to protect you. Everybody's there to help you move forward. Everybody's there because you've created this really nice sacred space. Now you need to worry about yourself more than everything on the outside of this sacred circle. I'm sorry. And once you do that, you'll have more things that'll kind of open to you that have actually been there, but you haven't really seen. And it's almost like you're taking care of everything and everyone else but yourself. So over the next few weeks, you need to really take your time and devote it to you because you deserve it. It's worthwhile. And again, I keep seeing things like maybe that you were talking about for being in a year ago that maybe you even forgot about, but this stuff's going to come up again, and it's going to be like, oh wow, I forgot I wanted that, or I forgot that I was thinking about this. So whatever it is, it's all positives for you, and that is your card, the dream catcher. Thank you very much, Joyce. Excuse me. I'm sorry, guys. My throat doesn't hurt. It's just really gruff. All right, what are you doing back there, Bug? Being a good boy? Are you being a good boy? Okay, being a good boy. All right, so let's see what I can get for you today, Margaret. All righty, let's see what we got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Oh, Margaret. You got the emu. I love this card. I crack up at these birds. Obviously, they're like an ostrich. They don't fly, but they can run up to 35 miles an hour, and they are curious, and they are territorial. But and I want you to look at this, Margaret. What I'm seeing is this bird looking square in my face because I'm talking with you. And it's like, tell her, tell her. And I'm like, okay, tell her what? Okay, so you've been expanding what you do, and you've been kind of getting out there a little bit more than you used to, which is really good. And I think you've been benefiting from it. But this is saying you can do more, okay? Explore more, do different avenues. And there's going to be things that are going to come in, opportunities that are going to come in and kind of surround you about it. And it's going to be all good. But you have a chance to kind of do things that you may never have done before, or might have been like a little hesitant to belong to or work with or attach yourself to doing or learning. And they're saying, don't stop now. And this thing is like, don't stop now. And it keeps going into my face, right? Tell her not to stop now. Keep moving forward. Keep doing what makes you happy. And I think that, okay, as I see it, what they're showing me is it's time that you've been doing this. Now you're starting to make yourself happy. You're doing things with your creative side and just kind of being more of a boss with it and putting it out there more, right? And because of that, more positive opportunities are going to come in. So basically, don't stop now. Don't stick your head in the sand. You know, you ever see the pictures of the ostrich when they put their heads down into the ground? They don't want you to do that. And that's the same way with emus. I love emus. They're so cute. Mean, but they're cute. All right, Margaret. So I hope you have a great week and, you know, things are good. And I don't know. You guys, I think, didn't you guys have your Thanksgiving a couple weeks back, I think, right? You're very welcome, Jess. Oof. Okay, gotta go down a little bit more. All righty, I can. Hi, Cookie, how are you? I see you're here too today. Real quiet day. I didn't really put it out there more than our 3 places that I was streaming today. I just didn't really have the energy to do it this morning, so whatever will be, right? All right. Yeah? You think so? Huh? Yeah? Hey? What? Tell him. You gonna dance for him? Can you dance? You ever want to dance for him? 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. 5, 6, 7. He's belched. He's such a retard sometimes. All right, here you go. Your card today is the clownfish, okay? Really cool. Clownfish and the anemone. Yeah, that's him ringing the bell. He wants attention. And the clownfish and the anemone, it's about a relationship or and it could be a relationship to many things. It doesn't have to be to a person. It can be to a person, but it can be anything. It could be just your relationship with your life, right? And the anemone, it's kind of like soft coral is the way it looks like, and it kind of floats, and they are alive. They're simple life form, but they have poison on them that when the fish come in to check them out or look for food, the poison actually stings the fish, and that becomes their meal. Not the clownfish though. The clownfish can go in there very easily, and they're very copacetic. They're very complementary to each other, and this being what it's showing is there's some new things that you're going to be put in front of you to maybe try or go do, or actually even go to. And it's going to be different than anything that you've done up to this point. But trust your gut, trust yourself to know kind of instinctively that it's going to be okay. And it's actually, they're showing me it should be pretty exciting, but it's going to be like, kind of more like a parrot that you wouldn't have expected. So whatever the I don't know if it's an event or a location, but it's going to be a really good opportunity for you to go and enjoy. And this is so important to you because it's kind of your life path. You're kind of supposed to be walking around and taking names and numbers and visiting stuff and sharing stories and sharing history and sharing other things to people that maybe can't do what you're able to do right now. Whether it's travel or just things that you're interested in, but that's the relationship you have with this. And it's the relationship that you're starting to build with the people that are around you and the people that know you, right? So, just know that's coming and it's real positive and it's like been working towards that. So just keep doing that and working for yourself and trust your instinct. Okay, trust your instinct and you'll know. Okay, so you have a great day and thanks for popping on. And it is the clownfish, Miss Cindy. Oh yeah, dinging his bell he is. Dinging his bell. Ooh. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's cool. I can't do that. You'd probably look, people would probably think, oh, I can knit or crochet or do all that stuff because I do other stuff, artwork, sculpturing and painting, and I can't knit and I can't crochet. It's like, yeah, no, it doesn't work that way for me. Okay, I'm thankful for you, Miss Joyce. I love you dearly. You sure can. Okay, I know, Pam, right? Oh, yeah. I never thought about that. I can't. It's funny you bring that up, Pamela, about your hands with the carpal tunnel. I have rheumatoid arthritis in my body, and my hands are starting to go now. It's hard for me to do things with my hands now. And last night, I was like, what in holy heck is this now? And I could hardly move my fingers. So yeah, it's a lot. I sympathize with you. My mom, all her life, she had rheumatoid arthritis. It was in her hands, mostly in her hands, and she was always in pain with them. It's just another thing that life throws at us, right? It says, here, try to work through this. All right, quick. Let's see what I got for you, David. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Wow! Your card today is the skunk. Haven't had that up in a while. So, okay, this is a defense. It can mean two things. So it's two-sided, right? But what this is for you is defensive. So there's something or someone that's around you that's trying to, like, let me use the right words. They're showing me. Kind of like trying to keep you back from something or holding you back from something. And you need to make your kind of stand in your own power and make your choice. And the skunk is just showing you have to be defensive in the way you work, because this person that's doing it, it's not for benefit of you. I almost get the image that I'm being shown is like you're listening to this person speaking with you, and you're like, oh yeah, but they're not telling you the right things, and they're not telling you them for the wrong reasons. They're doing it on purpose. And so the skunk comes up to show, dispel these people, remove them from your space, so that you can move into whatever this is. And I keep seeing they keep putting their hand up and pushing you backwards. It's like they don't want you to succeed. They don't want you, because it's going to lessen what they do or how they do things. I do kind of get this is more work related. And again, I'm being told, trust your instinct with it. And as long as you do that and you make the choice, not anybody else, you make the choice to move forward or stay where you're at or whatever, you make it, no one else. So don't let anybody else interfere with that. And like I said, they're showing me very defensive. Okay. So that's your card tonight. And it is the skunk. All right. 12 years old when you learn, Pamela? That's like crazy. My mom never crocheted. She tried to knit for a while, but that didn't go over really well with her. And then when her fingers got bad, she couldn't do it. Hi, Miss Press. Sure, I can give you a card. Hi, Kay. I see you there. I do see you there. I'm sorry I don't have my usual bouncy self today. What? Yeah, I know. It's a lot, isn't it? Yeah, it is. It's a lot. Mango's really quiet today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And Pip has 5 eggs now. None of them are good because she doesn't have a male to breed with. But she's sitting on 5 dud eggs. So much excitement. Mango's quiet because it's dreary outside. Oh, you got the squirrel. I haven't had the squirrel come up in so long. This was literally a squirrel that was outside my house a number of years back, maybe 3-4 years back. And it would come down that tree and it would take food from my hand. And we had quite a thing going until winter came, and then I wasn't going out in the winter to do it. But yeah, squirrels are cool. Okay, so when squirrel energy comes into play, busy, 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 and that's what they're saying. And I'm watching the squirrel run all over the place. Busy, busy, busy. It's like you're preparing for something. You're getting ready for something. Busy, busy, busy. But they don't want you to forget that you also need time to take care of you. Because sometimes we get so busy, we forget about the important things that are for us. And this is how they're portraying it, is they're showing me the squirrel, busy, 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 moving all over the place, bearing acorns, bearing food, whatever, bearing it, busy, busy, busy. And then when it comes time to dig them back up for food source, it's like they look around like, where did I put it? Okay. And they don't remember where they put it all the time. So for you, this is about being busy, busy, busy in preparation for something. But while you're doing that, you have to have a happy balance, because if you don't, you won't be able to enjoy all your good work, all the things that you put in place for whatever this is that's coming up. And again, I feel this is more like an event. Like this week for us here in the US is Thanksgiving, right? So like an event. And it's like, don't stress about it. You've got this. And they're like, stressing. Why would you stress? You know what you got to do. You know how it's got to be done. And again, they're just showing me this squirrel, like no plan of action, just kind of haphazardly. Oh, I forgot. Yep, got to do this, got to do that. So they want you to kind of rein it in for yourself, to kind of de-stress yourself, because you've got it. It's really not a big deal. And they just said this, and I love when they do this because they do it with me. They did it with me for a long time. Doesn't matter what anyone else has to say about it. Doesn't matter about anything that they say to you. You're the one in charge. You're the one that's responsible for you and your stuff, your life. And don't let them rain on your parade at all. And just keep doing what you're doing. Just make sure you take that time for yourself, okay? And I do hear a lot of not because the birds are doing it right now, but a distant chatter in the background. So like they're all like, oh, bet they can't do it, bet they don't, but just a lot of negatives getting thrown at it. Just, who cares? I told somebody this the other day. Who cares? I don't care. I get trolls on these streams. I don't care. What do I care? It's not hurting me. You know? We're responsible. So that's what you need to be responsible for, is yourself. And whatever this is, you've got it. So slow down and take care of yourself a little better. Okay, Prash? I love you. I'm glad you came in today. Yep, he just said bye-bye. Okay, what's going on with you? You know, I'm going to tell you, Kay, and I'm going to tell you this. Actually, yeah, last Wednesday we were on, Holly and I, which will be on tomorrow. But there's a lot of people feeling this way now. And opposed to 2023, looking back to say the 80s and farther back, you want a drink? Hang on, guys. You want a drink? Here, get a drink. Need another drink? Okay, good, good. What's happening around everywhere right now, you know, with the Ukraine and Russia and over in the Middle East, and then all the stuff we've got going on with various governments around the world, and the U.S. politically and is so red stoked right now like fire. There's a lot of hate in the world, and there's a lot of negativity in the world. So people that are sensitives like yourself feel it bigger. We feel it in a way that it's kind of overwhelming at times. So we need to remember to, even if it's just 5-10 minutes, to stop, take some deep breaths, and if you have to, step outside. Even if it's really cold, step outside and let your mind get cleared by that fresh air and let all that go, because we cannot as one person solve all the problems, but from where we are, one person at a time, we can imprint positives or good energy, good ideas, love, unconditional love to other people. And then what happens is it winds up rippling outward. So when you stop and you think, wow, I can't really do anything for this, yes, you can. But we have to do it in a smaller way. So if more of us do it, our ripples will eventually connect, right? And that helps with the issues. But right now, I totally get everybody being overwhelmed. And like I said, especially sensitives. You just have to kind of step out of it for a few minutes and unplug from it for a few minutes. And it is difficult. You know, I was born in 1960. So I look at things from what myself and my family went through. We had the Vietnam War. We had both Kennedys assassinated and Martin Luther King assassinated. We had the march down south and in Washington for black rights. We had the riots in Detroit in the late 60s. You know, the war ended, then we had all this stuff with the vets coming back and nobody was taking care of them. And we went in and it was thing after thing after thing. We had 9/11, you know, Reagan, before 9/11 happened, President Reagan was shot at, and John Lennon died. He was assassinated. All this stuff, all this bad stuff, wars in the Middle East, and all this conflict everywhere you go. And I can absolutely 100% say that where we're at in 2023 is worse than anything I saw in my lifetime. And it goes back all the way to World War I and II. I remember speaking to my grandparents about it, my parents about it, and I remember my mom telling me one time when 9/11 occurred and I got back, and I had picked Taylor up from school because they made everybody come and get the kids because we didn't know what was going on. And I walked into the house and my mom was sitting there crying in her chair. I said, "Mom, you okay?" She says, "I've lived too long." And I really get that statement now. I really understand that because we've seen so much, and you'd think humanity would be better, but they're not. It's almost like the big ugly rug got pulled off in the middle of the room, and now we have all this to deal with. But instead of one at a time issues, we're getting all the issues dumped in one spot, and it's a scramble, and it's very overwhelming. So keep the faith, everybody, and Kay, to keep the faith, just remember to breathe and, you know, give yourself that grounding air to come back and do what you need to do. We'll get there. It's going to be a while. Oh, that's good. That's good. That's awesome. Yeah, you know, and you know, art is. I laugh because Miss Cindy Kaza, who's a medium, she does really awesome spirit drawings. And when I first got to know her after I took a class with her, I had she had made a comment. You know, I saw her make a comment. Well, I don't want to put that stuff out. And it's like, why not? Well, I wasn't trained to be an artist. I didn't go to school for. You don't need to be trained. Art is art. It's creative side of everybody. Everybody can do it. Maybe some people would draw stick figures, but for them, that's art. Maybe they would draw, you know, do a Monet or do a Michelangelo. You know, they're artists too. But it's like whatever art is to you is what it is. There's no right way or wrong way. So I love it. I love it. You're doing this, Margaret. Okay. Just hang on. Keep you in the prayers. Keep you in the prayers. Yeah, I hope you're writing about it, Cindy. I know you've been doing a lot of pictures, you know. I will give you one, Deja. Let's see what I can give you today. I'm sorry I got on a little bit of a ramble, but it really is important that people realize that the negativity is out there. It's kind of like warfare for positives and negatives, kind of warfare, good against evil, black against white. And I don't mean race. I just mean it's very on right now. There's like a spiritual war going on right now. And that's tough. It's really tough. And it affects a lot of people in a lot of different ways. And people that don't even know what's going on, but have been feeling kind of ooky, that's what's causing it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. All right. I just saw something about these guys. Your card today is the snake. Okay, so snake medicine. I carry snake medicine. I love snakes. Snakes are all about growth. Knowing when to protect, knowing when to slow down. Again, excuse me. To slow down and just take care of you and work on you. And what they're showing me is like you've just gone through a growth period. And when this happens with snakes or reptiles sometimes, and actually even like spiders do it, some spiders do it, when they have growth, they shed the skin they have on. And I feel like you have been going through this growth period, and most of your shed is done. You got a little bit more to go. And they're showing me the snake coiled up. So the snake coiled up for me means that it's time to take care of you and nurture yourself a little bit more than you've actually made possible for yourself. And that's a really big thing too. I'm sorry. And oh, wheezy. Because it's important that you know, and snakes aren't bad, so snakes are really cool, but it's important to know that you have to be able to take that time for yourself. And people are like, oh, I don't have time. Yeah, you have to allow it. You have to make time. You know, some days my schedule is crazy too, or people that I'm working with, clients or whatever, they're busy schedules too, but you have to allow yourself to get rest. You have to allow yourself to settle. You have to allow yourself to ground. You have to allow yourself to grow into what you're becoming. You know, and each day, each moment of each day, we move forward and we've learned something. And we take those things we've learned and put it in what I call the proverbial toolbox, okay? And you do that so that when you come up to maybe a situation again like that, you'll already have the knowledge base to do whatever you need to do to get through it. But right now, like I said, the snake is coiled. The old skin's almost completely off because you're going through this growth, this metamorphosis. And just remember, you have to allow things for yourself. Anybody that's sitting there saying, I'm so busy, I don't have time. You do have time, but you need to allow it. And then when you allow it, if you're telling somebody that's asked you to do something, or somebody that has said, well, you know, get hold of you and can you take care of this for me? It's okay to say not right now. It's okay to say, no, I can't at this moment. I can get back to it later, but not now. And you can't have guilt because of it. I feel this is, and I'm feeling like a woman on the left. So this would be the maternal side. So be your mother's side. That there's a woman that's extremely, I want to say it's family. And if it's not family, it's definitely somebody you consider family, like family by choice. But it's a woman. And again, she's standing off the left side of the shoulder with you. And she's kind of a boss, or at least she thinks she's the boss of quite a lot. And it's almost because she has that energy, she intimidates a lot of people. She doesn't necessarily intimidate you because you kind of know, but you have to do what you need to do for you. And even if it's this person, which I kind of sort of think it is, you need to tell them and not feel guilty about it. I can't do this right now. Or maybe even I can't do this year, especially with the holidays coming up. It's like someone's trying to force something on you as you're going through this change and kind of trying to take care of you, what matters to you the most. And it's okay to say no. They are so loud about that. It's okay to say no. And while they're doing that, they're saying, take care of yourself and ground and coil up. Doesn't mean you have to shut yourself away from everything, but coil up so you can allow that growth to continue. Okay, so that's your card, and I hope it resonates for you, Deja, and thanks for coming in today. Oh, I'm doing okay. It's slow. It's slow. Sorry about that, guys. I can't really do anything about this. It'll settle eventually. Yeah. Yeah, that's a thing, right? Your hands, you got to watch how you play. I could not get my hands comfortable last night. I had to put them flat. Then I had to cross over. I had to put weight on them. So I couldn't get them anywhere. I finally gave up, and I got up and I took some Motrin, but I don't like to take it. But yeah, it is what it is. Well, oh, that's not good. That's not good. I have 2 walkers in my house, a sitting one and a standing one, and I don't use them anymore. I don't have to, but yeah, you know, I'm kind of like a weeble. I wobble, but I don't fall down. And when my kids are home, they're always, I guess I tip mostly to the left, and that's a side where I busted my leg. So I don't know. They're always trying to catch me for sure. Okay. Oh, okay. Good. Well, then do what you need to do. I wouldn't like take anything from anybody. You're a grown man. Well, you know, who knows? Yeah. Well, and maybe that's it. Maybe it's you got things coming up, you know. I'm going to tell you something though, Fresh. And I want you guys to all hear this, okay? I share it. I don't care. It is what it is. I had a social worker call me the other day and tell me, why aren't you on blah, 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 this medical program? I said, I don't know. I said, I have my insurance that comes with my disability and what have you. And I mean, you'll see me, people who know me know that I'm not 100% on my feet. I can't sit for long periods. I can't walk. It takes me forever to get down to the mailbox and back to the house, and it's not that far. But I can't do stuff, right? So this year, I was extremely blessed because I had bought my house 2 years ago now. It's been 2 years. I'm excited. But I've been in it for 13 years. And I got a mortgage. Everything went through. I couldn't believe it. It just went through, right? And it was all affordable and everything had a low interest rate and all that good stuff, right? So I had an appraiser from the city come out, and not just to my house. He went to all the houses in the city of East House, and he appraised my house higher than what it had previously been, right? Which is good because I get equity in the house, right? But with equity and the raise in the appraisal value, taxes go up and insurance rates go up, which makes my mortgage payment go up, right? So then to get this call and this social worker tell me that, you're below the poverty line and why aren't you on blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, well, thanks for that. But I'm good as long as I can take care of my bills. I don't need a lot. I don't need material stuff. I'm not eccentric. But yeah, would I like to have more money? Of course I would. I used to until my back got screwed up so bad I couldn't work. And then I learned to not stress about it. And some stuff came up with all this stuff in the past month and a half with the appraisal and everything going up. I'm like super tight. And I'm like, yep, it's a little bit rough. So something came up and I looked at it and I was like, well, I don't know how I'm going to pay this, but we'll see. And what it was I had been on a budget plan. And I'm telling you, Presh, I'm telling you all this because stuff happens for good. Okay, I was on a budget plan, but every few years they want you to kind of balance that back out and start at zero again. So they gave me this astronomical figure, and I'm like, well, maybe I'm not going to have heat, right? But for whatever reason, I said, take care of it. Take care of it, Creator, and all my family members on the other side. Help me with this. I had no qualms about it. Wasn't worried about it. Just knew it was going to be all right. Didn't know how, but didn't care because I knew it would be all right. So last Friday, I called and told my social worker, I don't know how this is going to happen, but I, just don't. We looked it up and somehow, it was paid. I'm not going to question it. Don't know how it was paid. Don't know who paid it. Wasn't me. Nobody else had access to my account. But you know what? I don't care because stressing about it isn't going to change the fact that stuff's coming up. Okay? We create issues for ourselves. If we trust about it and put it out there that we're cool, it's okay. It'll be handled. We need help. Asking you to help or lead me to a direction, where I'd get help, it has always worked. I can't tell you how. I can't tell you where, Presh, but it works. 100% works. So think about that. And then just think positive. Hello, Paula. How are you? I will surely give you a read. But Presh, don't worry about it. I mean, what is it going to do? It gets you sick. It gives you a headache. It gives you anxiety. You can't sleep. And you know what? It's really not worth it. You just have to figure out solutions. I even went through last month and went through everything I had subscribed to or all my stuff that I had to pay, put it on paper, cleaned it up, put the priority set, and everything is just fell into place. So don't stress too much, Crash. It'll work. It'll work. You'll be all right. All right. They never, and this is so true, but they never give us things or put things in front of us on our paths that we're not capable of dealing with. So no matter what it is, you've got it. Okay, Paula, let's see what I got you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Ooh. I had some of these outside today. And your card is the Raven. Okay. Ravens. There's a few different things that come up when I see the ravens. They're messengers of the in-between, but they're also messengers to that higher self, that higher being. Can be creator, can be higher self. It can be whoever it is that you talk to, you pray to, you think about, or whatever, okay? But ravens show up when we choose to not pay attention to the signs of things that are coming or happening in our life. We don't want to accept messages, no matter what it is. We don't want to take in people's advice from whatever side, because we're so focused on one thing that has disrupted our being that we miss all the other stuff. Now, with me, what they do is I have a whole massive flock of ravens that wind up, they're not scared of me either. They're massive birds. They're bigger than Phoenix behind me. They're big birds. And they come and they follow me in the house. They go window to window to window to make sure I see them. And it's like, I already know. Just go away. Just go away. So what I'm seeing for you is there is calm in this. This is the words they're using. There is calm in the middle of the storm. You just have to remember to step into the calm. Once you do that, things will start leveling out where the storm is whirling around you, and you'll realize it's not you causing the storm. You're simply been caught up in the storm. So they want you to set aside that stuff and step into the center so you can balance, so you can think clearer, so that you can understand clearer. And you have to understand when you do that, you're taking care of yourself. And a lot of the answers to the questions that you're putting out right now, you already have the answers to them. But because this chaotic storm is ripping around you, you can't see it because you're paying more attention to the chaos and the drama of the world around you, maybe even the world in general, because it can get you caught up pretty good and kind of rock your boat a little bit. Step into that calm space. You have to allow yourself to step into that calm space. And when those thoughts keep piling on, you know, like they always do when we're at nighttime, we're so tired, we want to go to bed, and you can't go to fall asleep right away. So you start thinking again and turn that brain on. They're saying, don't cause that chaos for yourself. Step into the middle, and you can approach it the way you need to. You'll see what really needs attention, and you'll see what really absolutely does not need to have your attention. It's not, what's going on isn't something that you can't handle. You may not want to handle it, but you can handle it, and you have everything in your toolbox, your proverbial toolbox, the experience of life that's made you who you are today to be able to take care of this. But you need to stop putting everybody in front of you, and you need to step into the eye of the storm. Eye of the storm is a cool place to be. You can watch everything around you, but you're not connected with it. But if you step out, you're actually pulled into it. Okay, so I hope that makes sense for you and it resonates, and thanks for popping on today. Okay, but your card is the Raven, and I'm telling you, they are ruthless. They will follow you everywhere. All right, so thank you, Paula. Oh, you mean him? Yeah, he does a lot of stuff. He's lucky he's cute someday. See, now he's scratching himself. He's got a cookie cutter, a plastic cookie cutter, and he's scratching himself on his head and stuff and around his neck. He won't let me touch his head. I can pick him up. He doesn't bite me and all that, but ooh, okay. Yeah, he's a lot though, really. He is. He's fun. Yeah, it does. Absolutely, it does. I live in it, so I'm very blessed. And seriously, that's what gives me peace. I would not do well in a big city anymore. And I grew up in Detroit, Michigan, so you can't get much more city than that. And I spent 40 years there working in downtown Detroit at the hospital. I mean, I grew up in Detroit. And when I've gone down to my daughter's and she lives hour above Detroit area. And it's too busy. It's just too much and too many people. Okay, let me scroll down here. Oh, that's funny. Yeah. Yeah, well, Mango, I can't let him out. I was going to let him out today, my lovebird. Pip's sitting on her eggs, so she's not wanting to come out. Mango does, but I've been working on an oil painting, and I've got 4 pallets of oils trays sitting around, so I can't do anything with them. Hi, Sonny. How are you? Welcome. Yeah, because Mango would dive into it. Next week, I'll make sure I can let him out where you're at. Okay, so let's see. Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's affecting everybody, Kay, in different ways. Absolutely. Well, that's good. I went to college too. I got my psychology degree at college, but I'm just not, yeah, no. Artwork is not, you don't need it. uh, uh, oh, okay. Okay, yeah, those gloves are good. Hi, Kelsey. I will happily give you a read. How are you doing today? I hope you're doing well. Hi, Malik. Yeah, I'll get you a card too. All right, let's see what I can get for you, dear. You still scratching your head back there? Yeah? Yeah. He's just a stitch. Lately, I've had him now. He's 7 years old. I got him not this past September, but I got him in 22 in September. And he's very comfortable here now. He's out all the time except at night. He's like a toddler, does not want to go to bed. When the lights go out, he goes in bed. He goes in his cage, I cover it up, and he does not like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So now the most recent fun he's been doing is no matter where I am in the house, even if I've got company, like the kids come up, he has to find us. So he gets down, shimmies down his cage to the floor, and he just walks the rooms and he's going, hey, hey, hi, till he finds us. So yeah, he's a lot. And the cat doesn't bother him at all. All right, so your card today, Kelsey, is the scarab. Okay, well, scarabs, I explain it all the time. That's where, like, jewelry, big, huge pieces of jewelry, that's why they got the name scarab, because that's why they were formed back long time ago. And they're big. These are big bugs. And these bugs dig out the truths. And for whatever reason, that's what I'm hearing for you. It's time to dig out the truths. Okay, so in Egypt, probably the best way I can describe it, they would, like if they find a dead animal or there's a human, they clean them right down to the bone. And so when they show up for readings, it's about cleaning out things that are not necessary for you anymore. You have a sacred circle. Everything in that circle is everything that's most important to you, things that you care about, people that you care about. events, whatever, right? And you're in charge of that. You're the gatekeeper. But every now and then, we need to take a realistic look and clean it out. Okay? Get rid of stuff. Put stuff on the outside that you're not resonating or not connecting with. Don't feel guilty about it. If it's a person and you're never always the one putting the energy into it, for example, when you put them on the outside, they won't even realize that they're on the outside. You also have to, they're telling me you have to have detachment from the history, like stuff from way back, okay? You can remember it, you can keep those memories, but you don't need to drag it forward. And this is what I'm hearing, is you don't quite understand that if you let it go, you'll still have it here, but you won't have to keep dragging it forward, because what you're doing is it's hindering your growth. It's hindering your spiritual self. It's hindering everything you're doing because you're comparing to back then. Okay, so when we look at ourselves, one of the things is we change. Every moment, every syllable, every word that comes out of my mouth is already in the past, okay? We can't go back to change it. We can't go back and do it differently. So why are we dragging it forward with us? You should have no guilt. You don't want to keep trauma. If it was a traumatic event or whatever, let it go and start fresh, because it's taken all of that to get us to the point we are right now, in this moment, in this second, in this blink of who we are today, right? It's made us into the person we are today. So you're not really letting it go because it's already part of you, but you're letting go of the baggage, the emotions, and all that stuff with it, because there's no reason to carry it forward. And this is what I'm being shown. So you need to kind of do some deep dig work and clean it out and cut the past so it's behind you in the past. I said good stuff will come of it. You're not going to lose it in your head, your memories, but you don't need to keep dragging it forward. So that is your card today, Miss Kelsey, and thanks for popping on. And again, it's the Scarab. I hope it resonated for you. Okie dokie. Okay, I will tell you, Kelsey. Malik, I'll give you a card in a sec here. Okay, so Kelsey, with that being said, and you can ask Presh and a couple other people in here, to do what I'm doing here is it's a card read just to kind of give you a synopsis. But when family members come through, the screen gets kind of cloudy and I'm out of focus and they're there and they want to tell you. There have been, and Annie Gertrude was another one that it happened to. I don't usually do that on the live streams. Also, you never know what's going to come in, who's going to come in. Just know that they love you on the other side no matter what. And they're there and they're around us all the time. But yeah, I don't know what's going to happen when I read. Sometimes, like I said, it comes up and there is somebody that steps forward. Presh knows. Presh, her family always has a dang party with me every time she's around me. So, yeah. All right. And I hope that you understand that, Miss Kelsey. Okay, Malik. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Oh, you got a really nice card. All right, so your card today is the eagle. This was actually an eagle that was out in my lake, out on my frontage of the house. They're amazing. They're massive birds. Okay, so the eagle within my culture is one of, we have great respect for. It's sacred because it flies the highest of most birds, and it brings courage and wisdom, but it's also the closest to Creator God. This is our tribal roots, okay? This is how we're taught. And so when you get that kind of a card, it's talking about your wants, your needs, your desires, your prayers, things that you're asking help with. Thanks for the blessings. It all goes up out into the universe, but this card validates that it's being heard. I'm also seeing like a really big white glow around you, like white light around you, which is also kind of, it's like the sacred, it's the divine energies behind you and surrounding you. And divine energy, I just heard in my head, describe what divine energy is. Divine energy is what humans call angels or saints or archangels or creator God or Jesus Christ or Mother Mary Magdalene, any of those that are past and gone, correct? So it's like you gather, it's like a guardian angel, okay? That's a divine energy, but I only see it as energy, and it vibrates in a very, very different way than spirit does, or just stuff that comes to you when you're doing reads. It vibrates very differently, and it's a certain pitch. And this is what I'm seeing wrapped around you right now, and it's really kind of holding you kind of tight. So I'm not sure what's going on, but they're telling me you need to know and keep the faith of what it is that you've been putting out there for wants, needs, desires, like prayers or things that you're looking for to manifest in your life. And know they've got you. And I also feel kind of a sorrow associated with this. I don't know if it's you or somebody that's close to you, but I feel that there's a sorrow that has brought them to kind of wrap around you. And Mango's going crazy, so yeah, that's absolutely the energy, and so are the Keats, and it's dark in here, so that's the energy that's coming through. What do you think, Mango? Tell them. Oh, now you're gonna be quiet. So yeah, it's kind of one of those things, and you just have to embrace it, allow it, and I feel like you'd almost feel it, like it's like what is this, right? Like what the heck what is this I'm experiencing right now? And you shouldn't be scared by it, but they're literally wrapped around you. It's like this big white light just grabbing you and holding on to you. So that's what I've got for you today, Malik, and I hope it resonates. And I think more than anything, it's been the message that's been given to you is because you need to remember faith and don't lose hope and know that you're in charge and you're okay and things will be okay with whatever's going on. Okay. So that is your card, and I hope it resonates for you. Okay, Deja. I don't quite remember what I said, but yeah, you'll figure it out. I can guarantee you that. Okay, let's go down. Oh, yeah, Lalima, how are you? Sure, I'll give you a card. Absolutely. Okay, here we go. Okay, who you are. Goodbye. I love how these people just come in and it's funny. Oh, well, let's see what I can get for you, Miss Lalima. That's a lovely name. Oh, Mulan's coming in. She's decided to grace us with her presence. 19-year-old Siamese. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Oh, I haven't seen this card in a long time. Okay, this card is the loon. Okay, the loon. Love loons. They have a mystical and magical song. It's very haunting. So when they pop up, this one though, and this is, they're kind of laughing at me because my voice is so gruff. It is about your voice. It's about being heard. It's about being seen and heard, but more so heard. It's almost like they're not listening is what I keep getting. They're not listening. And sorry. Again, apologies. But they want you to be really clear to get your point across. And this is something, it's kind of, I feel like you've been kind of walked over. Like, you know, don't let people use you as a doormat. You need to be heard. You have very valid points. And the thing is that with what they're showing me, it's almost like every time you speak your truth, people push you back, and you've gotten to a point where you just, I don't care. People don't need to hear it. I'm tired of telling them. But they want you to know you need to have your voice heard. So stand in your power, even if you have to tell people, hey, can I just have the floor for a minute? And yeah, you've got to kind of take your power back because you let it go. And let your voice be heard. Let it be used to communicate. And it'll balance you more once you do. And if you're nervous about it, why are you nervous about it? That's what they're saying. Why are you nervous about it? Everybody has a right to their opinion and have their voice to be heard. And you just need to allow it to happen and just go for it. You know, if people don't like what you say or what you're doing or the point you're trying to get across, that's fine. They can move along. There's the door. See ya. You're not hurting anybody's feelings, but you need to be more vocal with your opinion. And this is like with whoever's around you, whether it's job related, family related, friend related, it's just the immediate people that are around you. You need your voice heard, but heard in a real way. Okay. So I hope that resonates for you. And that's a beautiful card, the loon. And, you know, as totems, the loon is actually kind of a cool one. We walk with many totems throughout our life. They'll come in. There'll be different totems. You know, obviously, I use the bear a lot, and usually the grizzly bear, but I use the other bears. And I work with owl medicine and snake medicine. So totems come in when we need them to teach us things, how they go through obstacles, how they deal with things, you know. Something that I've been watching lately, and I've just been so fascinated the past number of years, are how the great apes and the chimps and the orangutans, how they deal with their young and how they communicate with them and how they take care of them. So we have a lot to learn from these totems. And so, you know, it's really a good thing to do. If you want to know more about some of them, you can find them over on my website at bearmedicinewalker.com and just go to the We Are All Related tab, and it's got all of them there and all of their basic meanings. Okay. All right. So let me see what I got here. Okay. Okay. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I can't explain it. Hi, Christy. How are you? I can't explain it. I can't explain it. I just can't. It just happens. You just got to give it up. Okay, Amber. Yeah, okay, Amber. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Ah, love it, love it, love it. 1 second here, guys. All right. Here we go. All right. Oh, okay, cool. Oh, you're near me. Oh, you're near me. You're by Grand Haven? One of my friends who's like my sister, she lives down near Grand Haven. So yeah, I know exactly where that is. That's cool, fellow Michigander. How about that, right? All right, guys. Well, I love you all. We will be back tomorrow. Holly and I will be for Spiritually Paranormal. Same place, same station. And I hope to see you there. And otherwise, till next week when I'm reading again, it's a bear out. Have a great week. And if you're in the U.S., have a great Thanksgiving. Bye.
Yeah. Cool. What it? Bye, bear, my bear.
Bye, Mama
See you
Bear.
later, bear, my bear, my bear. Bye.